Hello everyone, Momiji here, and today I wanted to bring you a new ICO called Sonocoin. So this is sort of an overview, not much of a review yet. I still need to look more into them, but for right now it's just going to be a bit of an overview to get a general idea of what they're all about. And so, as you can see here, it says the first Audible cryptocurrency blockchain enabled. So essentially what this is meaning, instead of like a coin like Voice or any of those other platforms for music or just music, this is the first Audible cryptocurrency, meaning your transactions, you can actually hear them. So when you send or receive coins, you can put them inside wave files, all different kinds of audio files, and so this is the way that they propose that you can actually hear your cryptocurrency, and in some cases, not hear it. And I'll get to that in a second. So, just going over a few things. They have a max supply of 100 million. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can match this up. All right, so they're gonna have a total amount of coins is gonna be 100 million. The amount you can get during the ICOs is 70 million. The maximum purchase amount is 1 million. It has a hashing algorithm of ED25519. I'm not sure what this is. I've just heard about this one right now. Maybe it's been around for a while. I haven't looked into it. I don't know how secure it is. Their block times, they're aiming to have them to be 2 minutes. Each block has 10 Sonocoin. It's entirely proof of stake. Coins needed for a Masternode is 10,000. From what I've read in the white paper and what I've read on this website here, is that they seem to be entirely off-chain. And now when I say this, it's really weird because you don't send coins like you would normally. Like I said, you send it through WAV files, MP3s. You can send them through encrypted files like those, and that's what makes it weird. So that's why I think it's kind of off-chain, because the transactions don't take place until like the other person has imported the file into their wallet where it deposits the coins. They're planning on eliminating AML or KYC, or most of its implementation. So this cuts back on fees and protects the user's personal information. So that was just some of the basics here that you can read what their coins can do. Now, you can buy this everywhere except the United States, Singapore, Socialist Republic of Vietnam, People's Republic of China, Iran, North Korea, Syria, Sudan, or Cuba. So I don't know why they don't just block access so you can't download the wallet, or even here, like you can click on the buy coins tab and it brings you to this. It's like, well, they're not stopping me from just going and buying it. I haven't decided if I want any of this yet. I'm just looking at it. I think it's a neat little idea. The best thing to relate it to would be Shazam, and what am I trying to say? Alright, so I'll get back to the Shazam point here in a second. So what does Sonocoin want to do? It wants to access a few different types of markets. So the financial market, like I said with the Know Your Customer KYC, they're looking to eliminate that, and usually with transactions, the credit card companies will take a certain percentage fee. Their goal is to lower that fee to roughly about 0.5% from the total transaction. And like I said, it's an unknown block size, so they do have 1,000 transactions per block, but there was no mention of how big the blocks are, or that's what I'm not getting. I would like to know the size of the blocks before getting into it, but it's not that big of a deal if the entire thing is off-chain, I feel like, but we'll see. They were planning, the next market they were trying to enter was the gaming market, used for digital purchases. So for games like League of Legends, Dota 2, PUBG probably, I don't know, Overwatch maybe. and microtransactions, so loot boxes and all that. And what they're doing with this is they're eliminating the fiat conversion fees. So they might only uh, be able to purchase the digital item in US dollar, but they're over in Europe or something like that, or vice versa. It could be either way. So they're looking to eliminate that conversion fee, and they're eliminating credit card numbers and personal information from being sent to different companies that want it when you purchase it. So for the next one, they wanted to use it for advertising, and this is where I said it was like Shazam, where instead of music, if you watch TV, occasionally you'll see ads, usually for car commercials or something similar, and it'll see like bring out your Shazam app, and you bring out the app, you tap the button, and it gives you like a promotional deal for a car or whatever, a certain rate. And so what they're doing here is with an ultrasonic frequency, they're transferring coins through ads, and they're trying to make it so that consumers are able to use these coins for discounts on goods and services. And so this is where I linked it to Shazam. I'm like, okay, so they basically took Shazam, added it to the blockchain, but they removed the music aspect. I mean, that's fine. I've got no problem with that. I think that's a pretty interesting idea, but you have to. The main problem with that is getting the advertisement ready and getting it widespread enough, because you'll just be burning your money if no one has the app, if no one's seeing a use case for it. So it's kind of niche right now. It does have potential, I feel like. Maybe not in the best implemented sort of way, but it can work. It just needs time to build up. So sure, you can do promotional events through like a YouTube channel or something, but until then, I'd kind of stay away from television advertisements, as those can get pretty costly. Radio advertisements can be a good way to get the name out there, and of course, internet advertisements. So just banners and ads here and there. So a few interesting features of the wallet is that they said that it doesn't need a wallet. In a way, I kind of understand this, but at the same time, I'm not exactly sure. So from what I'm understanding is that it just means you don't have to sign up to use a wallet. You can just download the wallet, install your not install, but import your WAV file, your encrypted audio file, and then your coins are just deposited right there into your wallet. So they can be stored on a regular file. For me, that posed certain security concerns based off the encryption algorithm. So I don't know how well secured it is. I don't know how it really works for it. It was mentioned in the white paper here. That's going to load here for a second. So it's really down to me not knowing how well encrypted the files are. I know it takes certain steps to encrypt them, but at the bottom of the page here. See if I can find it real quick. Where is it? I was looking at it earlier last night. Alright, so it takes the transaction and okay, I'm not really sure how to explain it. So it kind of just takes the transaction and then how does it do that? I'm not sure how to explain this, is the thing. I mean, I'm sort of into programming, but I'm not into cryptography, so I'm not exactly sure how to explain what's going on here. So from what I'm understanding is that you have your transaction, the ID for it, and then the index, which would be, I assume, the block that it'd be going into. The 34 character alphabet is the transaction ID that it will come up with. It has the markers, so that's just the normal things for, I'm assuming it'd be like a Bitcoin address or a Litecoin address where it starts with a certain number or whatever, or letter. And then adds its own hash to it, and so then it goes to the. So I guess it's taking that, and then it's making its own little algorithm with that, and then uh, it exports. Sorry, it exports an audio file holding the coin inside, so you can send that through a messenger, through email, just social media, and whoever gets it, they can just import it into their wallet. They can download it in just a couple seconds, import the audio file, and the coins will be there in their wallet. So while I said it can be concerning, being stored on regular files, you can, however, put them inside an encrypted partition yourself through something like Veracrypt. So if you're really worried about it, then you can use a program like that. Another thing I noticed was that they mentioned that they had private investors with expertise in global capital markets, high technology sectors, and blockchain industries. They didn't go into depth of who it was, and I can understand if it's a private investor. I'd still like to know who it is, so it's not exactly a red flag. It's just like I want to know who it is to kind of get a better idea. But of course, if they're not wanting to generate hype, I can kind of understand that as well. I couldn't find out much history about them, so really all I saw was that they started in early 2016, and they were started in Geneva. That was mentioned here in their white paper. Go back. It doesn't want to open. I think I went too far, so I will post the link in the description in the comments. There wasn't much history about them that I could find out about. So it says it began in early 2016, launched in Geneva by a software development team with extensive expertise in blockchain technology. I don't know who this team is. A team of engineers, each with deep knowledge on blockchain as well as communications industry. If they're related to the Shazam app in any way, then maybe this has even more potential, as you know they're well versed in it. They understand how it works. Remains actively engaged in research to advance the Sonocoin ecosystem. So that's what I never really got, was there wasn't much history about them, and now it looks like the webpage messed up when I was trying to go back. I don't know what's going on. No, that didn't. Okay, clearing my cache didn't work, so I guess the website's either being worked on or just something on my end here. I was going to show you the people behind it, if it would. It's just a mess right now. But from what I've seen, you can check out the webpage later. I don't know if it's going to start working here soon. Maybe is this still working fine? Yeah, the exchange is working fine, but their website itself doesn't seem to want to be working at the moment. So, what's the red flag for me was that their team mentioned no developers whatsoever. It was all like business development, sure, but in like their respective industries, but it wasn't anything. Let me check. Let me look through it again real quick. Unless these are the developers themselves, I'm not sure, because they're all basically Well, it looks like the first person that was on the list was a developer, but it says he's just a researcher for it. Uh, so yes, he could be the developer, and the rest are just more advisors in a way. But until, I feel like would be a better deal if, oh, what? Was there? I feel like it'd be a better deal if they posted their LinkedIn profiles or something I understand if they don't really want to be well researched and all that. It's cryptocurrency, but like I mentioned in a previous video, I feel like we kind of need to see who's behind these projects to see who they are, who they say they are. I tried looking for the head of the Leonid. I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm sorry. Afanasev. I'm sorry, but I apologize for butchering your name. But I couldn't really find a LinkedIn profile for you. I did find one. I don't know if that was yours. I'll have to see what else I can find. I'll go through them again. But until then, I'm not endorsing this coin or saying you should invest in them. Of course, make your own decisions. They do have an interesting concept, I will admit, and it can be implemented well, but it's gonna take one time, and it's gonna take some steps getting in there. They're gonna have to find a way to get adoption in here really quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you their wallet real quick, and I'll end the video here. So let me open their wallet real quick, and I'll get right back to you guys. All right, so as you can see here, we've got the Sonocoin wallet up, and it is quite different from your ordinary wallet. They do have it for Mac, Windows, and Linux distributions. It's not out on iOS or Android yet, but that is planned for the future here soon. Sorry. So here you can refresh it. You can select a file that has the coins in it. I assume this is... I don't know, because I didn't buy any myself, so I can't really test out the functionality of the wallet. So I assume this acts as a recorder, and it picks up on the frequencies transmitted, or you select the file, click this, and then it adds it to your balance. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So test to the export file, test, go desktop, and just test, and so I guess that's how easy it is to back up, but I don't know how it is easy to really recover your backup. So their wallet is a bit different. It is kind of I feel like maybe it'll get a UI update. It's just the visual aspect of it. If its functionality works, then it works, and it serves its purpose, but just from aesthetic looks, it's not the best looking wallet, but it works for what it does. Anyways, that's really all I have to say about Sonocoin right now. Hopefully they can fix their website here, and we can find out more about them as they continue development. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. It's your own risk. Please make your own decision with your own deductive reasoning, and good luck. So hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.